All right, hey, if you are new here, so we are getting kicked out of our space. So our landlord called us and told us that, hey, you need to get out of your space. We're going to rent your space to someone else. And so that is our dilemma. So over the last couple of weeks, we've been looking at the other spaces. So I'd like to talk about those and find out, what's going to work good, pros and cons of each. And then go from there. So let's start with the one over by FedEx. What do you think?
Pros for that, there's a lot of traffic over there.
It's true.
I mean, You got the Best Buy, Lowe's, restaurants over there.
Sam's is right across the street.
Yeah, so it's like there's a lot of traffic. So that's a really good pro. I mean, it's actually more traffic than here.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we have the Target, but
one of the problems, though, is there is a lot of traffic, right? Because that little turn-in going right into the parking lot, I mean, there were some people that are going by there pretty quick, and having kids out in the parking lot, I always think about that myself.
Yeah, that's true. It's also very, very narrow.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Is so we didn't get to record this, but the agent let me in, and on the left side, there's actually bathrooms there on the left side, about halfway down. So
that's weird.
It just makes it where you can't move those.
Yeah,
right. You can't move those. So therefore, your mats are going to have to go all the way to the right. They're really, really long and narrow mats. It just, to me, it doesn't give a good feel, especially whenever like you're teaching martial arts, or you're teaching the classes.
True. I don't want someone walking right out in the middle of the mat out of the bathroom there. I'd rather be in the corner.
Right. So I that's not my favorite space.
Agreed.
At all, right? Now the price of it though, it's actually a little bit higher than what we have here.
Really?
Yeah. Even though it's 3,000 square foot, the price per foot is higher than we're having, so it would bump up rent even higher, which is something that we can't really do.
Even higher for less space.
Exactly. So then that kicks us over to the axe throwing. Oh my gosh, the axe throwing. I don't know if y'all saw that. The renovation on that, I just had nightmares. It's insane.
It is a lot of demo there. Over a lot more space.
Yeah.
Almost 1,000 more than here.
Yeah. It's so that space is 5,000 square foot. It does have the offices in the back. What's really weird, I don't know, it's just bizarre to me that they actually have 2 hot tubs in the back. They're above ground hot tubs. Again, I didn't get a chance to record this whenever the agent was showing me about it or telling me about it and showing me, but it has 2 hot tubs above. It's really weird. So those would have to be.
Yeah, I don't think we could keep those as a martial arts school. Yeah, that'd be a little weird.
Yeah. But again, that space there, as you saw, the ceiling is just horrible. Tons of renovation. Now that one, they are a little bit more negotiable on the rent.
That's good.
But they want to negotiate all the build out into the rent. So you get a little bit lower rent, however, you're paying for all of it yourself. So, and that leaves us to the space just right behind us, right? The space that the landlord is offering. Again, like I said in the last video, if you haven't watched it, go back and look at it. But the landlord is wanting to negotiate the build out, meaning that they'll keep our price per square foot the same, which is nice because it is a little bit smaller space. As Professor Sell and I talked about, losing the connection, right? Losing that back area that we use as like a birthday party room, meeting room, conference room, and things like that. Definitely will be losing that part.
That's true. However, I mean, what we're sacrificing with that room, we're staying in the same exact area, so people don't have to go far. I mean, what's great is I don't even think we have to change our address much on all of our stuff. So is it even? I know it's a small headache we can think about, but say, hey, all we do is change the suite number on there.
No, it's technically it's a whole new address. That one's like 56,
really?
66, and this one is 5500.
I did not know that actually.
So yeah, and we don't have a suite number over there. It's just the address.
That actually helps a lot when I'm explaining things to people.
Yeah. All right, so here's the dilemma with that space, right? I've talked to the landlord, and they are wanting to pay for the build out.
Okay.
Some of the build out.
That's good.
But it's not near enough to get it done. Okay. So I've been negotiating with them, and it's just not enough, right?
Okay.
So I really don't know what to do at this point, right? We'd have to go get a loan, which, I mean, we spent all of our savings to build this place out, so now we'd have to get a loan to build out the new space. Man, it's just so frustrating on exactly what to do.
That's true. Well, I mean, where it's great is we already have a problem solved. We have locations to look for at least. So we got that initial headache clear. Now we have a new one that arises of which one to go to.
Right. So that's where we're stuck at. Which one to choose? Okay, so over the last couple days, I've been going back and forth, and I finally talked to, I think we've narrowed it down to the space that we're gonna get, okay? We've looked at all the spaces one more time, and the one that we're gonna get, I got the lease for it.
I
know, right? We've read over it and went back and forth on a few things, but I think this is gonna be what we're gonna do, okay? So all I need to do is sign the lease and scan it and email it in.
Great.
So y'all ready?
Ready.
We're gonna do it. Okay, I get Mom to sign it, and we'll ship it off. All right, there it is. So, which location do we choose? You're gonna have to stay tuned for the next episode to find out.